Hello, my name is Teresa Ekholm, and welcome to my studio and a brand new video. I'm planning to do a whole series of videos right here from my studio and just share things with you as I'm also starting to do some creations in here. One of my main goals in life is to feel good and have fun and be happy, and well, I'll tell you what, I am in one of my happy places. So I'm actually learning how to do paint pours here. I've only done a couple of them. I really haven't been pleased with the results, but that's okay. I'm just going to keep going until I get something that I really enjoy, and I'm not going to restrict myself to just canvas. So at some point I'm going to shift into some weird shape like this, and this is another piece of work in progress. It looks pretty boring at the moment, but I'm hoping to make it into something exciting, and to do that I need to start to learn some things that I have never tried before, so or I haven't mastered yet. So but all of this, I'm bringing all of this up in the context of also getting fit. So you may have seen some of my posts on exercising and getting fit and eating right and losing weight so that I can really feel good. And when you exercise, when you start to get your body moving and your blood flowing, more than just losing weight happens. More than just you feel better. Your brain starts to work better. Your creativity is now open. You've opened up some more channels to flow, because now you're opening up some blood vessels. And as you start to detox some of the gunk that's accumulated in your body over the years of your life, that allows more of the good nutrients to flow in. I can't recommend it enough. Some of you that have been like I said, watching my journey, know that I'm team captain of a team called Karubi Vaders. Hello, Jan Pollard. It's so good to see you. And I am so excited to tell you that as of this week, week 6, well, we just began 6 weeks, but after 5 weeks of the challenge, we are number 7 out of I don't know how many teams and hundreds of people that are participating in this challenge from all over the world, but it's so really cool, and I am so proud of my team. But anyway, I just want to jump on here and show you some things. So I know it's kind of a combination video, but I can't resist, and while I'm just kind of two-timing, sort of, so to speak, because what the heck, I like art, and this is fun, and I'm hoping you'll find it fun too. So this is an old canvas that I have no idea where this came from. This is not even one of mine. I think this was just one of these ones that was just lying around that somebody discarded because they didn't like. So I'm going to go ahead and cover the thing with white paint, and which is kind of another life lesson. Every single day you get to start again. You get to start again. I mean, how cool is that? So no matter how bad it was yesterday or last month or last year or whatever, start over. Do it again. Start from the beginning. So here was this painting that somebody discarded that they didn't like or whatever. Well, truthfully, I didn't like it either. So you can just paint over it, which is exactly what I'm doing now. And I'm not even going to completely paint this in white. I'm just going to give it a very light, it's a thin coat of white paint, because the next thing I'm going to do is do a paint pour over it. It's just a really fun technique that a lot of people have been playing with, and so I thought I would also give it a try and just see how it goes. But one of the things that I was going to mention, kind of back to the exercise and fitness, actually, I've never really been a huge fan of exercise, and especially not, the dreaded core muscle exercise. No way. There's just no way. I just didn't like them all along. So the other thing I want to share with you is, hello, Kayla. Good to have you on. So yes. Hi, Jen. I was a runner in my earlier years, in my high school years. I was a gymnast. I'm just basically the type of person, an athlete, who just likes to jump in and try things, regardless of if I know anything about them or not. So back in junior high, when we first moved to the mountains from Florida, we went over to it it was still the weekend or something, so we went over to the middle school just to check things out. And on that Saturday, they had the junior high school girls gymnastics team working out in the gym, and my sister and I were kind of peering around the corner. What are they doing? And they said, "Yeah, come on in." And I went, well, "Okay." So I went over to the uneven parallel bars. I will monkey it hard, I guess. So I said, "Can I try?" And so I jumped up on the lower bar and did whatever it was they told me to do. And oh my God, it was a blast. It was fun. So that's kind of what I did for the rest of my junior high and high school for sports. And then as part of that, joining the girls track team, I became a runner. So here's the point of all this story. I am going somewhere with this, I promise. Basically, until I hit menopause, I kind of thought I was invincible. Not really invincible, not like jumping off perfectly good cliffs, but I thought my health was going to be infallible. I'm going to be this way all my life. I ate, pretty good. Okay. The occasional forays into ice cream sundaes and that kind of thing, but overall, pretty good. But let me tell you something. Menopause hit, and I was in a whole new world, and weight stayed on. I no longer really felt like doing any sort of fitness-related things. I had been sitting behind a desk for a number of years in my corporate life, and I didn't really change that even after I left my corporate life. I live in this beautiful state of Colorado where there's plenty of opportunities to walk and hike, and yes, I did some of that. That's true, and love it. I do love it, but nothing with any focus. And so I began sleeping badly. I began eating badly. Or not as good, I should say. And I just started losing energy. So by the time my grandchildren came around, it was really, really frustrating. And it's a painful experience when you're babysitting your grandkids and you're holding the baby on your hip while you're watching the other kids play in the yard, and you just I would feel so tired that I would have to literally sit down in the yard with the baby so that I could be supporting the baby, on my legs. I was sitting. I mean, I'm kind of sharing this. It's kind of embarrassing to share this with you. So, because I'm small, people weren't necessarily aware of how much weight I was putting on. I did once get over 150. Maybe that doesn't sound like a lot to you, but let's face it, I'm only just over 5 feet tall. So that was a lot. And besides, I could feel it. So whether or not you could see it, I could feel it. And it's so frustrating when you just start to feel things and you just don't feel good. It's just, anyway, I lived with it for quite a while. And, but now, I am having the time of my life. So I'm part of this fitness challenge for me is I get up every day and do some exercise. I still do the aerobics that I love. No, I don't do gymnastics. I haven't done that for years. I don't even know if I could do a somersault. Yes, with this challenge, I finally started doing I committed to doing the BulletFit workout. I started with the beginner exercises so I could work on my core. And I did okay with the beginner part. It was good. And then just this past week, I decided to move up to the intermediate part. And there's a couple of exercises in there. It's like, oh God, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. So I would do one the first day, and then the next day I actually kind of moved up to 2 or 3, and then 5. And boy, this morning I'm proud to report that those couple of exercises I'm talking about, I can do 8 to 10. Ah! Anyway, I know this is kind of silly. So yes, I'm getting ready to do this pour. I have no idea if I'm doing this right or what will happen. Yes, I have some instructions that I'm following, but I don't know. Watch with me. We'll see what happens. And if I think it's interesting later, maybe I'll post the results. But pours are just kind of fun. When you get them right, they look really, 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 really cool. And I decided to go with a bright neon yellow for this first one, and this sort of kind of a bright blue. And I'm just going to pour it here along the top. I suppose I'm supposed to pour them all together, but so I'm not known for ever doing anything normally or the way you're supposed to do it anyhow, so I'm just going to pour it in here. The trick with these, I understand, is that you just, after you've gotten it on your canvas, you just need to let it sit and do its thing if it's going to do anything at all. The other thing is, I probably should go over this with a blowtorch. I'm probably not going to do that. So this is not really setting up any cells or anything like that. But you know what? It's I'm just going to let it, like I said, I'm just going to let it do its thing and not try to mess with it too much. And we'll see if it actually turns into anything interesting. I did one the other day that I thought, well, when it was wet, it was beautiful, but when it dried, it was a much paler version of itself. So, oh, actually, wait. Yeah, maybe I spoke too soon. There's some cells starting to show up here. So this might end up to be kind of a cool thing. After all, you can see why it's called a paint pour, because that's exactly what I'm doing. Making this lovely mess. So I'll try to show you a little bit. So it's kind of looking like this, and wow. Well, I don't know. We'll just see. I'm sure there's a neater way to do this, and I'm sure I'll get that as I go along. But for now, hey, I'm just going to leave it just this way. And my message is to you is whether you're doing anything and whatever you're doing in your life, whether it's creativity or fitness or taking on a new fitness challenge or new business challenge, which I'm also in, by the way. I'll report on those results as time goes on. And, oh, yes, of course, if you'd like to join me, if you'd like to know more about what it is I'm doing, I welcome you into my team and into my world, and I would be delighted to share with you. So if you're looking to improve your health or your creativity, or in fact your income levels every month, hit me up. Private message me. Give me a reply below. In fact, if you're doing fabulous, then reply below and tell me what you're doing, because I love it when people share their successes and their wins. So again, this is Tirza Ekholm, and because I'd have to reach across the table, I'm going to sign off here from this video, and thank you so much for joining me. I didn't get a chance to wave to everybody, so hello Kara Christensen and Lucia Appleby. Hey Lucia, I'm looking forward to seeing you tonight. And Susie Cooley and Anna. Oh, Anna, I'm so happy to see you. I look forward to the day when I get to see you in person. So Anna is, she was an exchange student from my high school who lived with us for a year, and we had amazing times, and I don't know why, but that just makes me... Anyway, thanks guys.